How is everybody doing today? Welcome to Sunday. So just going to set up the container. This space is clean. I broadcast from presence, not performance. Only those meant to hear me can. My field is not open for feeding, scanning, or mimicry. No desperation, no looping questions, no confusion sticks. I speak and what needs to land does. All else slides off unreceived. So, welcome everybody. I've had a little bit of a vacation here from TikTok as I was working on my own internal healing. I didn't come on here tonight to play a role. It came because something ancient in me just unlocked and the signal's live again. I spent lifetimes anchoring timelines that weren't mine, serving systems that fed off my light and speaking truths that weren't even my own. That ends now. What's coming through tonight isn't filtered. It's not for performance. It's for the ones who've been walking half asleep in a world that never saw them. If you feel this in your chest or in your bones, you already know why you're here. So take a deep breath, drop in, and let's see what's ready to burn and what's ready to rise. So we're going to be doing one card per person tonight. I do ask that you like, follow, share, and subscribe. Um, and also during the lives, I run a clean boundary around looping energy. So when somebody asks the same question over and over again, it tells me they're just not present, and I don't read from that space. Not everybody will get a free reading. However, because I am not a vending machine, but if you need a guaranteed reading, I do have paid offering. We could talk about that, uh, and give you the information. But with that, let's see who is ready for a card. Put your comment in the window. And yes, V, it looks like you're the first one to ask for a card. So come on in and let's see what we have for you, V. And don't forget to just please like, follow, share, and subscribe. All right. So for you, V, Spirit is really trying to get a hold of you. Saying a lot here because I've got the vanity, which means, it is what it is, right? Spirit saying, stop worrying about what other people think of you. Speak your truth because that's the key to your recovery, whatever that recovery is that you need to do. Spirit is trying to get a hold of you, but you're not in your truth. And until you get into your truth, you're not going to be able to receive the message. I hope that makes sense. And so, Nikki, we only ask her a question once here. I'm just going to give you a fair warning now. Anybody who does ask more than once, I don't allow. And so just ask your question once, and we'll go from there. And Felicia, yes, you can have a card. And let's see what we have for you. For you, Felicia, I have attachment. Spirit says you've got some sort of an attachment going on, and you need to kind of release that attachment. Usually, that's an attachment from your past. I'm not talking about like an entity attachment. This is an attachment to something from your past that you need to let go of. And once you let go of that, things are going to move forward for you. I hope that helps you. And let's go here. So, Pixie. Raziel would like to know any guidance for her. Let's see what the energies say for you, Pixie. And just remember, everybody, not everybody does get a card. I'm picking and choosing who I feel in resonance with today. And for you, Pixie, the fourth chakra, right? And what is the fourth chakra? That's your heart chakra. So you need to open your heart chakra up a little bit. If you go to my Silver Fox Spiritual over on YouTube, you'll find a ton of heart chakra healings. You really need to get into that right now. Open that heart up because as you open your heart up, you open yourself to yourself. I hope that helps you. And Caroline, can you have a card? Yeah, let's get you a card. Spirit, what do we have for Caroline? And that's fine, Nikki. I just giving you fair warning because, like I say, looping questions, uh, they don't get answered by me. Um, so for you, um, Caroline, Spirit's saying you've got to get into your space of creation. right? And the creation comes from allowing the frequency of love and allowing love to come in. And if you see it's a gray, which is your crown chakra, there's a creation that wants to come in. There's a creation that wants to develop. You just have to clear your crown chakra enough to allow for that. I have some crown chakra healings as well in my Silver Fox Spiritual on YouTube. And Nikki, let's get you a card. So let's see what we have for you. Nikki, Spirit gave me a lot of cards for you. First off, you need to change a bad habit, and your bad habit is around feeding yourself things that aren't good for you. Spirit's saying it's time to open your heart, heal that heart, feed yourself better stuff, get rid of that habit, and when you do, there's going to be a celebration. So I hope that makes sense to you, Nikki, and that's for you. And just remember, everybody, just make sure you're liking, following, sharing, and subscribing if you have gotten a card. And let's see who else we have here. And just remember, everybody, I'm just going to drop this in one more time. During the lives, I do run a really clean boundary around looping energy. When somebody asks the same question over and over again, either in the same live or in multiple lives, it just tells me they're not present and I don't read from that space. Not everybody does get a free reading because I'm not a vending machine. And if you are, want a guaranteed reading, you can ask about my paid options. Otherwise, enjoy the vibe. No pressure, no begging, no loops. I just came out from a huge healing week. And so, I'm just running through who I have resonance with right now. And let's see who we have here. Let's see. Happy Life. Can you have a card pull? Yeah, let's see what we got for you. And just remember, I'm pretty backed up here, so just be patient, people. Self-exploration. So when we see this card, and I'll hold it up. So if you look at that card right there, this person's wearing such a big mask. I mean, there's a hat on their head. There's a mask on their entire face. You can barely even see their eyes. And for you, Spirit saying it's time for you to get rid of this mask. Stop being who you think everybody wants you to be. Stop being who you think you should be. Be who you are. And that comes from going within, and that comes from connecting to self. I hope that helps. And let's see who else I have here. I've got a bunch of people backed up here, so just make sure that you are patient here while I go through and see who I'm in resonance with right now. Let's see who we have here. CC, let's see what we have for you. And for you, CC, Spirit's saying shift away your focus from material things. So don't worry about the Gucci bag. Don't worry about the expensive perfume. Don't worry about the fancy car. Worry about connecting to yourself and find that healthy inner world within yourself. It's not easy, but it's something you need to do. I hope that helps you. And let's see who else we've got going on here. And a lot of people here. Just going through, see who I have some resonance with. Dina, let's see what we have for you. All right, Dina. Spirit, a lot of you people here have been called here today. You might be in resonance because I've been working on connecting to myself as much as well, cracked open a few doors over the last week. And for you also, rediscover yourself, right? Find out what you truly want inside, not what everybody tells you want. And Spirit's saying that you're pushing a lot of emotions down. You're kind of holding it in, and Spirit's saying it's time for you to just release that emotion, allow it to come out, because if you don't, what happens is it starts creating problems in your life, and you don't want that. What you want to do is connect with yourself and start healing all these things, but you got to feel to heal. You got to also choose to heal. Healing is a choice. It is not something that is automatic. So I hope that makes sense to you. And so let's see what else we have here. Let's see. Let's see what we have here. Lori, MCD1, what does your next 5 years look like? Well, let's not worry about the next 5 years. Let's worry about what's in the now, because everything happens in the now, and every time you change and make a decision in the now, the next thing happens. 5 years from now, if anybody tells you what your life is going to be like, they're just lying to you because it changes in every now. And so let's look at what's going on in the now for you, Lori. Let's see what it is that you need to know in this now. And for you, music is something very healing for you. And Spirit is saying for you, this is your path inwards. So make sure that you find that right music, that right frequency, that right meditation that has that music that kind of draws your soul in. You'll know it when you feel it. I hope that helps you, Lori. And let's see who else we've got going on here. You got a kitten. That's nice. What kind of kitten did you get? I personally think cats are evil. If and the proof of that is just put a breakable vase on the edge of on the edge of a counter and watch what they do. Let's see what we have here. Let's see if I have anybody else I feel. Uh, so bear with me. I'm just gonna quiet some people who are not following the rules. And just for everybody coming in, I've been off for a week, so maybe everybody doesn't remember my boundary, but during lives, I do run a clean boundary around looping energies. When somebody asks the same question over and over again, it just tells me they're not present, and I will never read from that space. I don't promise readings. I only read where there's resonance in the now moment. And if you're looking for something guaranteed, ask about my paid options. Otherwise, enjoy the vibe. No pressure, no begging, and no loops. And so let's go with what else is coming through today. So just bear with me while I look at some of the questions here. And I think I saw one that I was going to answer here. Mike, will Jenny and Mike reconcile romantically? So, Mike, the standard answer I have for that is who cares? And the reason I say who cares, and it's like I said, it's the meanest thing in the world, and I'm sure a lot of people get their feelings hurt when I say it, but it's the best thing that you could ever do within your life. And why do you do that? Because the minute you disconnect from that energy from Jenny, then the potential for Jenny could come back, or she could not, because what could be better for you would be in better resonance with you. So let's see what's going on with you, Mike. What is it that causing the blockage, right? And for you, you hold on to it. You have to release old ties in order to have a fresh start with somebody. And for you, you're holding on to an old tie, an old energy. That energy can't come back again because it puts you into separation. So you have to take this time and do work on your own healing. And when you do your own healing and you release when you're not letting go of, that's when the magic starts. Now, is it with Jenny or is it with somebody else? I'm not going to tell you on a one card reading, but I am going to tell you you need to work on self. So I hope that helps you, Mike. It's hard to let go. I get it. I've been through that same space, but you have to, and it's you have to take the time. You have to make the effort because healing, letting go, it's a choice. You can choose however you want to go, but if you keep holding on to things, you could stay stuck for lifetimes, and that's the risk. So hope that helps you. And so Kim is asking, will you find another loving partner in this lifetime? And it's a great question. So let's look at rather than telling you you will, because what'll happen is even if you find that loving partner, if whatever it is that's holding you back from finding that and attracting that partner right now, you're going to just push them away. And so what we don't want to do is this is a healing channel, right? What we do is we talk about how do we fix whatever's inside of ourselves, heal what's inside of ourselves to allow for that right connection to come where we're not in a trauma space and we're going to have it better. Because if you're still in that same trauma that causes all the problems, then what happens is you'll be in that same space, and when you're in that same space, you'll just push that person away. So Spirit's saying for you, It's lust, not love, right? Passion isn't the same as lasting love. Don't get sucked in just by good sex, right? And what does that mean? It means that you're looking for the physical to replace the metaphysical, the soul, the deeper aspect of it, and that's a program that's not love. It's a very shallow portion of love, and because of that, that's why things keep on moving away. And what you have to do is you have to heal yourself to get rid of that attachment to needing the physical and really work on the soul connection. Once you get the soul connection, then the real love is going to come in. But you have to choose to work on that. I have a lot of healings for that on Silver Fox Spiritual. So if you're interested, go to my YouTube channel, Silver Fox Spiritual. Look at some of the healings I have for that, and they're all for free. So let's see who else we have here. Um, so I'm just going to mute another person because, for those people who are joining this looping energy, asking the same things mindlessly in the loop, it just doesn't work. I just mute you. Um, yeah, you're a 10-year widow, but like I say, you gotta release that too as well. Um, Spirit's telling me where it's at. I can't help too much more than that, but healing's a choice, and what you want to do is just choose to heal, choose to feel, get yourself off that karmic hamster wheel. There's always somebody for you. It's just a matter of whether you allow it in, and a lot of us don't because we have a lot of trauma behind things. And let's see who else we have. And so Ms. D, back again with asking about a job offer. Let's see if the timing's changed. It's been a week. I haven't been on for a week, so let's see what's going on with the timing. Let's see if anything has changed within this window. And in this week off, Miss D, have you done any work on yourself? Because that's the key, right? You have to change something because if it's not working, then you got to pivot somewhere with the energy or something. Always best to work on self. And so for you, Miss D, in the morning, come on, Spirit, give me something a little bit better than that. It's not worth waiting for. Spirit saying you got to change something, Miss D, because what you're doing, what your energy is right now, it's not conducive for that job offer. You have to make an adjustment somewhere. And so if you haven't made that adjustment, it's time for you to kind of look at where can you change your energy to help bring that work in. And it could be just in whether you believe you're worthy of that work. So keep at that. If you're journaling, keep at it. Keep figuring out what it is inside yourself that doesn't want to work, and then you got to work on healing that by connecting to self. And hello, Rose. It's nice to meet you. Let's see what we have here. So bear with me while I'm looking at some stuff. So Malani wants to know, are you doing good currently? Well, let's take a look, Milani. Let's see what's going on in your energy, and we'll go from there. So, Spirit, what's going on, Milani? And Spirit saying for you, Milani, a door to romance is opening. So there must be something going on good in your energy because it looks like the door to romance is opening. But do you see this little part here with the cage in the heart? So the potential's there. But you see the cage? Get yourself out of that cage. Take your heart out of the cage because that's the first thing that caught my attention when I looked at this is that your heart's in a little bit of a cage. So do a couple heart healings on my site at Silver Fox Spiritual. And the reason I say that is that energy seems to be, you seem to be attracting it. Make sure you're attracting it with the right energy, with an open heart. And so I hope that's going to help you here. And let's just mute a few more people that are just asking questions in a loop. I don't respond to it. I just mute people. So let's see what we have here. So Michelle Grace, should you start doing lives on TikTok? You know what? I do lives on TikTok. I love it. Every once in a while I get some problems because a lot of the agencies try to recruit me, and I'm not a big fan of being on an agency. I just like to do my little thing that I do here. This is not, my money maker, so to speak. And I don't want to be on an agency, and so they create a lot of little problems. So you got to watch out for them. But I love TikTok in itself. It has the best views for everything. So let's see what we have for you, Michelle. And send me a DM with your lives when you go on. We'll see it. So Spirit saying, challenge yourself to do better. Don't set limits on your potential. So that's a big yes. Should you do lives? Absolutely, you should do lives. And Spirit saying, if you challenge yourself to do better, you will do better. So this is a big. I see this as a big thumbs up for you, Michelle. And let's see who else we've got here. Peter McKeon. Let's see what we have for you. And so bear with me while I shuffle the deck a little bit. And just a reminder while I'm shuffling the deck, during lives I run a crazy clean boundary around looping energy. When somebody asks the same question over and over again, it just tells me they're not present, and I don't read for that space. Not everybody does get a free reading because I'm not a vending machine. I don't read for everybody. It's a frequency stream. If you're here for just a card and vanish, you won't be read. Presence does matter, and if you want a guaranteed reading, ask about my paid options. Otherwise, enjoy the vibe, no pressure, no begging, no loops. And so for you, Peter McKeand, let's see, what do we have here? What does Spirit want to say for you? And for you, Spirit says, whatever you're really trying to learn a little bit more of, you got to go deeper. You're just on the surface. Spirit wants you to really dig deep. So if you're starting to get into spirituality or maybe card reading or, any type of energy healing, start going a little bit deeper. And it could just be technical. Maybe there's a new technology you want, but you're being urged to dig in a little bit deeper than you are right now. And so I hope that helps you. And just remember, everybody, please do like, follow, share, and subscribe if you have gotten a reading. And if anybody's looking to go a little bit deeper, right? You're looking, if this, kind of pings something in you, you feel the resonance, please do reach out at silverfoxspiritual@gmail.com, or you can even go to my new website, which is where Foxfire, WEAR, Foxfire.com. And that's got like my t-shirts. It's got a little section for scheduling, so you can book a reading if you're looking to book a full reading, and we go from there. So with that, let's see who we have here. So, and Kate is asking, are Z and you over? Well, before I say anything, Kate, first thing I say is that you should just pretend like you two are over. And why do you want to pretend that? Is because as you disconnect from Z, you're going to find out if you're over or not. Most times everybody's chasing a ghost, right? And so let's see what the energies say. Spirit, are they over or not? And Spirit saying for sure you are. So like I said, it's time to disconnect. It's time to work on yourself. It's time to release that, because the longer you hold on to that energy, the more it's going to restrict you from what's truly waiting to come in. And Raven Scarlet, it looks like Raven Scarlet Jekyll. That's an interesting screen name. Let's see what we have for you. And so just bear with me while I take a look here. And so Raven Scarlet, you have Spirit saying it's time for you to do a 30-day challenge. And what Spirit's saying for you is it's time for a social media disconnect, a detox, right? So Spirit's saying for 30 days, try detoxing yourself from social media. Stop doom scrolling. Stop following all the people doing the silly videos on TikTok, and really just connect to self and heal yourself and work on yourself and get to know yourself. I hope that makes sense for you. And Jess XXO. Hello, Jess XXO. Let's see what we have. I'm going to clear some energy on these decks for a second. And let's see what we've got for you. I feel this is the deck for you. And so Jess XXO. That throughout. So Jess, for you, there's a little bit of trickery going on, but it's also because your heart is too closed right now. And when your heart is closed, you let a lot of illusion come in through you, right? And so this is what we're seeing here, right? We see the little squirrel here. Almost looks like he's going trick or treating, and there's a dragon, And he doesn't see that he's being tricked into, taking that pile of nuts while the dragon's going to pour some boiling oil over him. Spirit saying for you, it's time to do a heart healing. Heal your heart, heal your. That's your connection to yourself, and that's where your intuition comes from. And so, make sure you're going to my Silver Fox Spiritual. It's on YouTube. I have a lot of heart healings that are very free. You might want to also look at some of the ones that kind of help you clear out the illusions. And that's good. Two white feathers are always a good sign from self. And Mary Moore says, you know why I keep seeing 1440, 1444 everywhere? And so, Mary, you're manifesting that number as a message to yourself. And so the best way to find out, because it's going to be specific to you, one of two ways. When you see it, what are you thinking? That's number one, if you can remember it. Number two would be Google it and look at the first one that comes up on Google, the first one that you feel it in your heart is yours, and that's the message for you. That's how you communicate with yourself. Did you want a card, Mary? Just Mary Moore. Just let me know, and I'll pull a card for you. And you're welcome, Jess. Yeah, the 444 is also a very big completion number. Um, Yeah, and a lot of people are going to see that. And so each time you get those numbers, what you have to do is you have to kind of just Google it or see where you're feeling, because it's a message from you to you. All these messages are always about you to you. And so what you have to do is start to decode you. And sometimes that's not easy. And that's why you want to connect to self as much as possible to try to get that. And so, Mary, let's pull you a card. I know you didn't say you wanted one or not, but I'm going to pull you one anyway. Feel you need it. Let's see what comes up. And for you, Mary, it's mysticism. Yeah, Spirit's saying you're starting to connect to yourself, and that's why you're starting to see these. These are reminders for you to really start connecting inwards and start meditating, because you're going to get a lot more information. So hopefully that helps you. And so with that, please do like, follow, share, and subscribe. And if any of this resonates with you, um, like I say, let me know if you're interested in going a little bit deeper, right? Then reach out for personal readings. I do them they range from $10 all the way to 60, and I also do light language healings. Every once in a while, I'll get called to do that. So let us know. Sometimes somebody will have something, an ailment, that I'll get called to try to help them out a little bit on my lives, and that's what that frequency key is. So. Mama Poe, how are you today? What is light language? So that's a great question, Raven Scarlet. And so what light language is? It's a language that was spoken at a different frequency when I was different incarnation, but at a much higher dimensional level. And so when spoken in this very dense place that we are now, it carries a lot of power, because that frequency of that language can heal, it can release blocks, it could do amazing things. It's really just a program within polarity. Everything effectively is, but that is a remembrance, and that's why once you get to a certain stage, usually somebody will activate that within themselves to allow them to heal a little bit better and faster. And so I hope that helps you. So Raven, you don't learn it, you activate it. It's a remembrance. I do have some activations on my YouTube channel, Silver Fox Spiritual. If you go look, I think I've done 2 or 3. And what it'll do is it'll bring down the keys for you, but yourself has to want to actually activate it. And it's not something that can be forced. It's something that just has to open naturally. Um, and so let's see who else we have. So Mama Poe wants to know, are you going to get married to Prince? Well, Mama Poe, aren't you the one that you want to marry to Prince? So let's see what the energies are. You should be the first one to tell us, because aren't you in a relationship with Prince? So let's see what the energies are between you and Prince. Actually, I'm going to use a different deck. Spirit, clear the deck. Let's see what's going on with Mama Poe and Prince. And Spirit threw me out a stack load of cards. Uh, there's a lot of chemistry between the two of you, a lot of sex energy between the two of you, but it's mostly non-committal lust. Spirit saying you got a little bit of illusion inside of this connection. What you really need to do is find that balance within yourself, and this illusion is going to come crashing down. You need to connect to self and really look deep into your heart on this connection, because right now Spirit's saying there's a lot of illusion here. So that's what I got for you, Mom Po. It may not be what you wanted, but that's what Spirit is saying. And so Thero Sadat says card for you. And Raven Scarlet, if you want, go to my YouTube site. You'll see a lot of light language. It's almost all light language and subliminals. Try it out, see if it resonates with you, and then go from there. And so let's see what we have for the Rosa edit. So I don't know why, Rosa, but I picked up a love card for you, and Spirit's saying that you're getting guided to steps to great love, which means if you don't have that love already, Spirit's pushing you towards it. And if you already have that love, it's going to get deeper. I don't know why I pulled it for you, but that's just what I pulled. Let me know if that resonates with you. And let's see who else we have. And please do make sure you are liking, following, sharing, and subscribing. And Jazz would like to know, can you have a card? Yeah, we can get you a card. And there's a lot of new people coming on, so I'm just going to do my usual spiel about my lives. And I run a very tight boundary around looping energy. So, when somebody asks the same question over and over again in a loop, I generally don't read from them because it tells me that they're not present. Not everybody will get a free reading because I am not a vending machine. And I don't promise readings. I only read where there's resonance in a now moment. And if you want a guaranteed reading, do ask about my paid options. Otherwise, enjoy the vibe. No pressure, no begging, no loops. And so, Jazz, let's see what we have for you. Well, Rosa, if you don't have anybody in your life at that moment, then guess what? Start paying attention to the signs yourself is giving, especially dreams, because you're getting guided. So I hope you come back in a week or two and tell me you met the person of your dreams. So for you, Jazz, I feel you have a past life connection with a heavy influence, right? And Spirit's saying this can either make you or break you. You have to feel into this one. But usually when I see this one, this is something that's holding you back because you're not ready to let go of it, but you need to. You probably know what this is or who this is already. On a single card reading, I don't go in that deep, but that's what Spirit is advising at this point. And Jen, let's see what we have for you. So for you, Jen, Spirit's saying stop being nice, right? Be nice, but not too nice. Not everybody deserves your kindness. And what does that also mean? It means stop being a people pleaser, right? And what is people pleasing? It's doing things for everybody else, not doing for yourself. And at the same time, trying to be what everybody else wants you to be and not being who you truly are. Find out who you truly are. And let's see who else we have here. So bear with me while I clear out the decks a little bit. Spirit, clear the deck. Lamone would like a card. So for you, Lamone, this is a big call from Spirit to open up your heart. Find the love for yourself in yourself by opening that heart up. And once you do, things are going to glow up like there's no tomorrow. But it's not going to happen until you start opening your heart and start finding that love within yourself. You need to really go deep and find that love within yourself. Again, lots of free healings over at silverfoxspiritual over in gmail.com. If any of this stuff kind of resonates, go to my site, try some of the free healings, and if it does, perhaps go in for a full healing. I have all different price ranges. Just send me an email at silverfoxspiritual@gmail.com, or you can also just go to my new website, which is www.wear, W-E-A-R, foxfire, Foxfire.com, and that has a little spot where you can book a reading at this point. All right, so let's see who else I have. I'm pretty backed up, so everybody just be a little bit patient, please. And for people who are asking over and over again, you know what happens, right? And I say this 1,000 times, I don't work with loops. So when you're in present in a better space, then come back. But you have to be patient in this. I don't read for everybody. And let's see who else we have. Emmanuel, you're also looping right now. I don't read for loops. And I'm going to say this again for everybody here. During lives, I run a huge boundary on looping energy. When somebody asks the same question over and over again, you know, I mute because it's just they're not present, and I don't read from that space of somebody who's not present. Not everybody gets a free reading, and you know when you come back in better energy, ask once and allow for space for a response. Then I feel into it. Right? If you're that desperate and need a guaranteed reading, then you know ask about my paid options. Otherwise, enjoy the vibe, no pressure, relax, no begging, no loops, patience required. Uh, Simple as I can say it. So loving yourself. So Lamone, and this is not something that is um, for that is specific to you. It's specific to everybody. Most of us hate ourselves subconsciously, right? And that's because we've been through this lifetime and the lifetime before it and the lifetime before it, and we've done just the most disastrous things and made the worst choices. But it's subconscious, and you don't consciously realize it until you start connecting to self. And once you start connecting to self, then you can start healing yourself. And then once you start healing yourself, um, that's when things happen. But it's a choice. You have to choose to do it. Um, so let's see who we have here. And I hope that makes sense. But love for yourself is it's not easy. It's something you have to work on. There's a lot of trauma most of us carry. And it's not specific to you. It's specific to almost everybody out there. Everybody's faking it. So Debbie, can you have a card? Yes, you may have a card, Debbie. And for you, Debbie, it's time for you to rest and rejuvenate. It's time for you to recharge a little bit. You've been kind of burning the candle at both ends, and Spirit's saying, "Hey, it's time to stop." Yeah, and it's a good thing, Michelle Pieper, if you've been on a self-love journey, and it takes a lot of work because you have to stop lying to self, and most of us lie to ourselves about everything. And we say we love ourselves, but when we're internally we hate ourselves because we've done so many things in so many lifetimes and agreed to so many things that although consciously we believe it, it's the subconscious that we really got to get to, and it is really hard. Yeah, and the bad parts of you are still you. So you have to either heal them or jettison them, one of the two, but you have to at least acknowledge them first. Then you can heal. And how are you doing, Cindy from Michigan? And Munja Ubuntu. You know that they named a Linux after you, Ubuntu. So let's see what we have for you. Uh, Munja Ubuntu. What a great name. I like that name. For you, it's planning your career, Lali Muja, Mudizia, Ubuntu. Spirit's saying for you, really take an active step in figuring out what you want to do with your career. You can't just sit around on this one. I hope that makes sense. And hey, Houston Mommy, good to see you. I was on a little bit of a break. Somebody on TikTok reported me. I think it was one of those agencies. They always do when I tell them I'm not interested in an agency, and then they throttle me back. So I took a week and just decided to work on myself instead. Um, so let's go to I love Cindy from Michigan. Let's see what we have for you. And I appreciate everybody who's been patient. So Cindy, seems like a celebration is going to be coming in for some hard work. So if you haven't had that celebration, it's on its way. Just make sure that you are in appreciation when it happens. Make sure you share the wealth. And Michelle Pieper, did you want a card? If you did, just let me know. Yeah, Houston Mommy, what happens is, and I have it all the time, which what happened, what killed my last account was these people from the agencies, they sit and report, and then I get suspended, and then, TikTok doesn't listen to anything unless you're a big player. I'm not a big player. This is not my money maker. I enjoy coming on here, and that's why I do. So. Every once in a while I get a little problem with them, and they rolled me back, and so I just said, you know what, I'll take a week off and I'll just go work on self. And so let's see what we have. So Michelle, let's see what we've got going on for you, Michelle Pieper. Wow, that card flew right out. Spirit saying it's time to take an escape out of all your life obligations and recharge yourself. And usually when you see that, it means change your, I call this a change your energy card because whatever you're doing somewhere, it's not working well. And Spirit's saying take a look at it from a different perspective. And you might know what this is already, but Spirit's saying when I say take a vacation, change your energy, move, move to go to a different place. If you're going in a pattern, if you feel like it's Groundhog's Day, it's time for you to change something within your life, clean something, move some furniture around, do something that's different. Because right now it's stagnant, and I have a lot of healings at Silver Fox Spiritual for the stagnant energies. And so just bear with me, everybody. And for those of you who are just asking questions in a mindless loop, I don't read from that kind of energy. You have to ask once and just be patient. Looping energy is not what I do. If it's that urgent and you want a guaranteed reading, just ask about my paid options, and we can get you a read afterwards. So let's see what we have. I think Ugo, let's get you a card. See what we have for you. You've been very patient here. And for you, Ugo, Spirit's saying it's time for you to get a fresh start. You're given the opportunity. The cycle is ending. What Spirit's saying for you is on this new cycle, Ugo, change your energy just a little bit. Make sure that you're not running through the hamster wheel of karma over and over again, making the same decision and expecting something to change. This cycle is beginning again. You have a new opportunity to make a new choice. Make the right choice. Make sure you're really thinking about it. I hope that helps you. And Houston Mommy, let's get you a card. Let's see what's going on with you. Houston Mommy, it's still time to do shadow work. I think you've gotten this before. You really got to get in there and start digging in deep. When you're ready, because shadow work and healing is a choice. Reach out to me for, private healing. I think that's going to help you the most to just kind of crack you open a little bit. But you have to choose. You have to choose to heal, choose to be feel. So let me see who else we've got here. And let's see. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Noah's Ark, Michelle. Always wanted to see that one. And scrolling through here, people, please just be a little patient because I am going through everything here. So the goals up there are, one is a gifting goal, and the other one, which I don't care so much about, the other one is the subscriber goal, Chris Brewer. So just hit the follow button, and that's the most important one. Gifting I look at as a open exchange. It comes with no attachments, no entanglement. That's the way I do cards. I don't put any entanglement on it. And so let's see who we have here. A little backed up, people, so please do just be a little patient. while I walk on here. So Hellblow from Germany. Let's see what we have for you. Spirit, can you clear the deck? Let's clear some energy. And okay. And so for you, Hellblue from Germany, you got the Ask Your Angels card. And, now, if you've known me long enough, I'm not about anything external. It's always about self, always connecting to self. And what the cards are saying, it's time for you to connect to self because yourself has been trying to get a hold of you. It's ringing your phone, but you're not answering. It's time for you to go within, start meditating and connecting to self. There's a lot there in your intuition that wants to come out. A lot of messages. And so Avi Wee, let's get you a card, and then Chris Brewer, I'll get you a card after that. And how are you doing, Ting Ting Zhao? Good to see you. So this one here was, I think, Avi V. Let's see, I just got to get back to who I was just reading. Yeah, Avi Wee. For you, Spirit is saying it's time for you to change your energy a little bit. Make sure that you're rediscovering yourself. You've been challenged with connecting to self, but Spirit's saying it's possible. The problem is you just need to be. You need to just calm. There's a great meditation if you haven't tried it. It's called Be by Mujiji. It's a fantastic meditation for somebody who's having problems trying to just get in and connect to self. Try that and see what happens. I hope that helps you, but that's what Spirit's telling you. And so let's see who else we have here. And I'm not going in any order, so people just bear with me while I go through and see who I have resonance with. Chris Brewer, I'm going to get you a card, and I think I'm going to roll up the line a little bit here, as I saw one other person I wanted to get a card for. So for you, Chris Brewer, Spirit saying you're just starting to come through an awakening, that you're realizing that things aren't what they seem. What you used to believe in, you don't believe in anymore. And this is going to be a difficult time for you, but you have to just keep on going in and connecting to self. Start meditating, making sure that the only thing you're connecting to is self. You can go to my Silver Fox Spiritual. I have a lot of stuff that'll help you with that. So I hope that helps you, Chris Brewer. And Mary, you were the one I saw up there on the top. For you, Spirit is saying, live your dream, dream your dream, right? Never give up on your dreams. Dare to live the adventure. And so make sure you're not giving up on your dream. And I've been about, almost an hour into this. So I just wanted to kind of point out my shirt here. I don't know if you've seen it before. I'll put it up on the screen. And with my shirts, these are a new shirt that I came up with. And what's different about this shirt than any other shirt that you can find, other than it's way cooler and it's got a neat little saying on the front and the back? That is the front and the back. It's what I'm wearing as well. What these are what I call energy imprinted wear. And so what does that mean, right? Why is it different than anything else that anybody else is selling? And the difference is in the shirt is that they come with a light language activation that actually imprints your own energy, not my energy, but your energy with your own intention, and it amplifies the energy from yourself in the shirt. So you can set up intentions like, protection if you're going out to the mall and stuff like that from being psychically attacked, or, maybe you have a bad habit that you want to change. And all it's going to do is take your own energy, amplify it so that you create your own protection or you create your own healing based on intention. It comes with it's basically a video, a QR code that gets you to a video. The video's got step-by-step instructions on how to imprint the shirt, how to properly imprint the shirt. And the shirt will not imprint anything negative, only a positive intention. And if you're interested, they are selling for $29.95 plus shipping and handling. In the U.S., the shipping and handling is about $15. So if you're interested, let me know. I have a few of these still available. And otherwise, let's get back to the readings. And you just can email me at silverfoxspiritual@gmail.com, or you can just go to my website, wearfoxfire.com. And thank you, Jacqueline. So let's let's go to Ting Ting Zhao for I love the fact that you know what a nine-tailed fox is. So you are quite familiar. So let's see what we have for you, Ting Ting. Spirit, what do we have for Ting Ting? And for you, Ting Ting, here's what I'm getting. You're going through an awakening right now. Spirit's saying it's time for you to do shadow work. And right now, you're not loving that shadow work. It's time for you to kind of love parts of your journey, even though things might seem a little bit dark right now, as you release a lot of those layers. And it comes in layers, like just when you think you've done something, you spiral back and you peel that onion again. And so what Spirit's saying is find something that brings you joy. And it's hard when you're going through that shadow work to find that joy, but try to find something to anchor that in. So I hope that helps. And so let's go. Lady J, I do not do any pregnancy readings nor health. Just not something I'll do. And let's see what we find here. So bear with me while I'm looking through questions here. So C. Adams is asking what's going on with their life. All right, well, let's see what's going on in the energies. And so just bear with me, people. I just ask one thing while I'm looking for the deck I'm looking for here. And that is, during lives, I run a really clean boundary, very tight on looping energy. And the reason I do that is because when people are looping on the same question over and over again in a read or in a live, what it means is they're just not present. They're just, in a mindless loop, in which case it's not an energy I'll read from. Not everybody does get a free reading. So, make sure that you're present and, your energy will come before you do, and I'll know which ones to read or not. I can guarantee you anybody who is looping or begging doesn't get a read. And if you want a guaranteed reading, just ask about my paid options. Otherwise, enjoy the vibe. No pressure, no begging, no loops, and need some patience. Okay, so I was just about to read for, let's see who it was. So it was C. Adams. So clear the deck, Spirit. All right, that popped right out. So Spirit says you're bothered by a lot of things, and that's the problem. You're kind of wound too tight right now, and you have to kind of let things go. And that's what Spirit's saying here. You see the picture. There's a person. They're sitting on the back of a boat or a swim platform, and they're just relaxing and enjoying life, not a care in the world. And that's what Spirit says you need right now. You need to start letting things go. You're holding on way too tight. I have some healings at Silver Fox Spiritual if you are interested in that. And so let me see what else we have here. So just bear with me, people. And so Hallie DM02, hang on to that thought, and I'm going to talk to you about that in a few minutes. I just want to get to a couple people first. So just hang on, be patient. And Jacqueline, let's get you a card. Spirit, what's going on with Jacqueline? Too many cards, Spirit. Clear the deck. I said 1 to 2 cards. You know that. Sometimes self likes to give a lot of cards. So for you, Jacqueline, it's time for you to get out of the material world. Stop chasing the Gucci bags. Stop chasing what the Kardashians are wearing. Stop chasing the champagne bottle. And make sure you're shifting away from that and focusing yourself on connecting to self. Develop a better world inside than worrying about what's going on outside. I hope that helps you. And that's for Jacqueline Mountain 12. And Lindsay Lou, let's check with you, and then I'm going to scroll back up again, so just bear with me, people. So Lindsay Lou, let's see what we have for you. That popped out really fast. For you, it's growth period for you. It's a heart healing growth period, but Spirit's saying there's a lot of growth coming in for you. Just allow that growth to happen. And sometimes that growth happens very slowly, as you can see the roots, because the roots got to dig in deep first before that corn stalk pops out. So make sure that you're patient with yourself while this growth cycle is going. It's a great cycle. It's an expansion cycle for you. So I hope that makes sense. So with that, let's get to uh, Haley DM. Hang on while I do my puzzle piece here. So Haley DM, you said you've closed all cycles and ready to meet your divine masculine in July. So I caution you on because that um, the statement uh, implies to me that you feel that you are a twin flame. Is that correct? You can answer me down in the bottom hall DM 02 and just pop in the bottom and let me know if that's indeed where you feel that you are. And why I ask that, and this may trigger you a little bit, so I'm going to give you a trigger warning, right? You don't want to meet a twin flame. You never want to meet a twin flame because that twin flame is a handler program, and what that handler is coming in to do is to actually keep you at a low vibration and keep you stuck and not connecting to self. Now, that doesn't mean that that twin is somebody that you can't have a relationship with. You absolutely can, and you can choose because everything's a choice here. But it's the person you have the most trauma with the most lifetimes. And when you're working with somebody who you've had so much trauma with, there's so much healing that needs to happen before that thing can move forward. Uh, it makes it very difficult, right? But it doesn't preclude saying that you can't have it. You can, but it's going to take so much work. And it is better than being with somebody who's a little higher frequency match to you that doesn't share that trauma. And that's where people kind of get stuck because they think that the twin flame is the ultimate love. No, it's the one that you bring in to keep you from connecting to self because you want to recycle over and over again. And so with that, let's see what's going on within your blocks to love, and let's see what you need to work on in this now moment. And for you, uh, Spirit is saying that you have to be open for different types. Now, if you're feeling that it's your DM, the one that you've locked in your mind as the only one, then what you're doing is you're closing yourself out of anybody else. And that's not what you want to do. You want to be a lot more open to allow for the potential for so many other soulmates to come in. And you could be pushing away. They could be showing up in front of you, but your energy is saying no and pushes them straight away. So for you, I hope that helps you. I don't see you responding here, but I hope this helps everybody here who is asking about that, because generally those questions get asked, and why I got pulled to it was to kind of answer that question. And so with that, let's see who I have here. Um, let's see, bear with me. I'm just going to look through here because not everybody does get a reading. I try to read it for as many as possible. And I'm coming on in about an hour, and usually I'll stay for about an hour, maybe a little bit tiny longer. So let me see who is calling me right now. Um, Anna, let's see what we have for you. And for you, Anna, it's time for you to create a routine. And what Spirit's saying is that you've been procrastinating a lot. Why? Because you've got a lot of stuck energy around you. And your home is showing it. Your external world is showing it. Spirit's saying, sage the shit out, pardon my French, but sage everything inside your house. Open the windows, clean it. I know if you're out here in the East Coast like me, you don't want to open any window because it's just nasty hot out there and humid. But you need to create a routine. You need to start doing things. You need to start moving, not just thinking about things. And at the same time, you need to release some stuck energies. Go to my Silver Fox Spiritual over on YouTube. I have tons and tons of healings on releasing stuck energies. And and how are you doing, Jersey Susie? Good to see you. And let me see, Marcy Foster, let's get you a card. Well, that popped up. So Spirit's saying there's an obstacle that you need to overcome, Marcy. And for you, You have the ability to do it. You have the strength to do it, but you have to have the fortitude. Uh, so make sure you're getting back on your feet and just plowing through it. You're going to be just fine. And thank you, Lindsay Lou. Yeah, this is a place of presence. I don't, I don't tell people what they want to hear. I tell them what they need to hear, and sometimes they like it, sometimes they don't. But it's better to be told the truth than to be, lied, because we lie to ourselves enough. You don't need anybody else telling you the same lies. And so I appreciate that, Lindy Lou. And let's see who else we have here. And thank you, Anna. Yeah, definitely go on over there. And for those of you who, are asking those looping questions, please come back when you're not ready to loop, because at this point I don't answer those. And let's see who else we have here. Uh, bear with me. Misha, let's get you a card. I know you've been waiting patiently, and I appreciate that. So, wow, that one popped right out. Misha, somebody's being either around you that are being cyberbullied. Be careful about what you're doing online. Spirit saying, keep an eye out. Make sure that you're doing things safe online. That doesn't come out often. And D, let's get you a card as well. So let's see what I have for you, D. Spirit, clear the deck. What do we have for D? And you're welcome, Misha. And then Jersey Susie, you're going to be next, and I'm probably only going to answer one or two more cards before I start my closing. So just bear with me here. So we've got a lot going on here. Spirit's saying that you've got something that you're holding on to the past, and it's keeping you all tied up in a knot. But this is something that you're choosing to do. And Spirit saying door to spirit is open, but you gotta start listening. Meaning, and what is door to spirit? Door to spirit is connecting to yourself, listening to your own intuition. Your intuition is screaming, let go of this, get yourself out of this loop, but you're not listening. And Spirit's saying, walk away. You have the choice. There's a gate. Open the gate. Allow yourself to go. I hope that helps you, because this is really it's a loud scream I'm hearing from your higher self on this one. And Jersey Susie, let's see what we got for you as well. And for you, Jersey Susie, Spirit saying the angel of love is around you, so make sure your heart's open to receive it. I hope that's what you're feeling coming in, but there is the possibility of love coming in for you, but your heart has to be open. You have to make sure, go to my Silver Fox Spiritual, make sure you go to the heart opening healing, and find the one that resonates with you, because that's going to help you a lot. And I think I have one more question for Paula House 549. Will you get divorced? Well, that's up to you, Paula, because that's a choice that you and your I'm assuming husband are going to make for yourselves. I'm going to see what the energy looks like within your relationship. So just bear with me while I find the deck I'd like to use for that. Let's see what that situation is. But those are always choices, Paula, and you have to, own your choices on that. Spirit, what's going on with Paula and their husband? And there's a lot of confusion, uncertain, unclear, unsure. You're in confusion. Your husband's probably in confusion. It's probably because you two don't communicate. And the first step in is communication and making sure that you're actually listening as much as you're talking. Most of us talk uh, basically not to the other person. We're telling them what things are, but we're not actually having a conversation because neither are listening. And what Spirit's saying is make sure that when you have that conversation, that you're listening as much as you're speaking, and don't react but respond, which means give time to allow to see the other person's perspective, even if you don't agree with it. Just see it and then make your decision from that point. But divorce is a decision. The cards won't tell you one way or another. So hopefully that does help you. And with that, I think I'm going to call it an evening. It's been an hour and 4 minutes. Usually it's down about an hour. For those of you who are looking for something a little bit deeper, reach out at silverfoxspiritual@gmail.com. If you're looking for these snazzy t-shirts, also reach out at silverfoxspiritual@gmail.com. I have it's also a new website, wearfoxfire.com. I'll probably put it on the screen at one point or another. Maybe put a link in there. The link should be in my profile or my link tree, so you can get to it from there. But I have you're able to actually go ahead and book full readings if you're looking for a full Zoom reading. My readings run $10 to $60. My light language healings run from $25 all the way up to $150. The $150 one is one through Zoom, where it's over 30 minutes of light language. Takes a lot of energy out of that. Otherwise, visit my YouTube channel, Silver Fox Spiritual on YouTube, my Instagram channel, Silver Fox Spiritual, and obviously if you're not on the live, but you're watching this in a replay from my YouTube channel, my TikTok channel, Silver Fox Spiritual. I try to do at least one live a day, except for when I got throttled. So with that, make sure your notifications are on if you're watching on TikTok, and I will see you at the next live. Have a great day, and cheers, everybody. Appreciate you all coming to see the live.